Budenholzer said he joined the organization at the perfect time. The new facilities, the energetic fans, the great roster, ownership, front office, everything is set up to have great success. And he added, I feel fortunate to be the coach. Evan?
The feeling, no doubt, mutual. Thanks, D.A. Brent, two explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I started with that, Kevin, the reason I started with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at the time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
I can see the bruises. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. They've got Iguodala. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Adams. Then it's Paul George, and it's Tatum in at the 3. And for the Bucks, Andre Drummond is out there with Clark, and it's Durant. Then there's Howard, and it's DeRozan in at the 2.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And so it's the Wizards getting on the board first. Durant, wide open, he fires. They shoot again, and DeRozan lays it in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Now, here is George. He picked up 15 points in their last win against New York.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tatum's shot is off.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Paul George with the steal. Here's Towns, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Tone setting right here early. Love that tenacity.
The Wizards shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
On the free throw, no good.
And already a leader at such a young age. Towns' teammates look to him to anchor them on both ends, and he has not disappointed.
Now here's Durant. Pass to DeRozan. Pocket 6 over Iguodala. DeRozan's shot is off. The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. George, that's a 2-pointer. And too long on the shot.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
DeRozan passes to Howard. Trying to find Durant. He's got it now. On the jam by Kevin Durant.
A good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
Durant against George. Kicks it to Tatum. He dishes it to Adams. Here's George. And again, Washington, no good.
Some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Howard at the elbow. To the paint. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Like how Durant uses his wily frame there to get off those shots. Not an easy shot, but for him, man, it looks easy.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
The amount of pressure Durant puts on his opponents, it's typical to see him among the leaders in free throw attempts.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's sent back by Drummond. Durant against George. Iguodala with the steal. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Can still fly. Flight number 9, Andre Iguodala on the tape.
DeRozan scanning the floor. 13 feet away. Outside for Durant. Beyond the arc. Nailed from three-point land. KD's got 8 points.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Pass to George. Lets the 3 fly. It's Drummond with the rebound.
He didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Here's Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And really at his best from mid-range, Tatum can create space and shoot up over his defenders.
KD against Adams. Durant kicks to Clark. 5 to shoot. Iguodala against DeRozan. Here's Drummond. Unable to get that one. George with the defensive effort. Poked loose, and that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Tatum.
And let's take a look now at some stats for Jason Tatum. Good season for him last year. He put up about 15 points a game last season, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Now here's Durant after the miss from Andre Drummond. And it was debated for a while, but after last season, Brett, the consensus now seems to be that Kevin Durant is the best player in the league.
Are you putting me on the spot here, Kevin? I mean, I think that's unfair. But if you want to talk about, maybe recency bias, it's the fact that LeBron didn't play a lot of games last year, and the situation that happened in Los Angeles allowed Kevin Durant maybe to get a little bit more shine for what he was doing with the Golden State Warriors. I think that you and I would take either one of them. If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
And it's sent back by Drummond.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't either been. Oh.
Here's DeRozan. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Wizards trail by 9. So timeout called here. The first for Washington. The starting gate, opening night in the NBA. Brent, what are you most looking forward to?
I just like to see who it is that, in terms of their competitive spirit right now, is coming out of training camp hungry. Let's see in the next couple weeks which team jumps out and which coaching staffs have done a great job preparing their team coming out of camp. Now, we know that teams can't fall off, Kevin. The talent will catch up. Other veteran teams may get themselves back into a rhythm. But coming out of training camp, how much more together are teams and teams that have made changes? What are they playing like?
What's their chemistry?
Let's find out how they're going to play this year.
The 2K leaderboard of the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Number 1, Andre Drummond, and of course, Clint Capella.
But these guys are always around the hoop, always with a nose for the ball. A dominant season inside for both.
KD against George. Wizards need to get a shot off here. Well, a careless foul and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
You got to avoid fouling Tatum in those situations. He's very clever at getting the defense to kind of bite when he attacks.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one drops.
Earning all-rookie first-team honors after a brilliant first year, Tatum quickly became a fan favorite.
He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Durant against George. KD can't get it to go.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there. Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
And the basket by DeRozan.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Iguodala deciding where to go with it. George, that's a two-pointer. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been. When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far, that's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Here's Durant. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now, here's George. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Andre Drummond picks one up.
That straight line drive there from Paul George, you love to see him get in that attack mode. Let's see if he can cash in now at the line.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. The first free throw is good. Brandon, this next question culture we're in, what comments do you want to hear from players who have just lost a game and facing disappointment?
I like the humility aspect of this question, Kevin, and the thing that I listen to most from players who get it, they'll compliment their opponent first. Something had to happen where the opponent did something enough to beat you on that night. So you don't say that we did all these things. Give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that takes and deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most, and their challenge is we'll get better tomorrow. We'll get better next game. And that they know there's room to grow. Those 3 things are pretty impactful.
Well said. Wizards trail by 10. Bledsoe taking his time here. Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Again, floor vision from Eric Bledsoe makes dishing that basketball look easy.
Capella kicks to Oubre. Pass to Williamson. The kick out to Fox. Knocked loose. Bledsoe with now guarded by Fox. There's Russell with the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Now just a 5-point Milwaukee lead.
Hitting three-pointers, so important in today's NBA. Good thing Russell's got the range and confidence to do so.
Capella against Cousins. Oubre dishes to Reddish. 6 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And boy, are they attacking the paint.
For Milwaukee, they have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. That's good from Capella. Now Bledsoe still looking for his first bucket in this one. There's the pass to Cousins. He kicks to Russell. Oubre pulls it in. Bucks leading by 8. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
Looking now at the numbers for Cousins. Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 16 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
The role consists of rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else he gives you is found change in the couch.
And it's Towns missing. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And the Bucks lead by 10.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
The drive by Russell. And he uses the glass on the layup. Russell's got 5 points so far.
And, you know, we talk about feel and reading the situation. Russell gets an opening there and does not flinch.
Here's Fox. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Russell left side. And the slam dunk by Russell.
I mean, with just how dominant he can be scoring inside and outside, to have that kind of vision, wow, a complete center.
Now, here's Reddish. He's coming off a 22-point game against Boston. 1:25 left to play here in the first, and they pick up 2. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards, trailing here by 8. Cousins, no one around him, misses the 3. And the Bucks, they're shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
And the Wizards with possession, following the bucket by the Bucks. And that one's good, George.
Well, Paul George concentrating through the contact and making sure he had a shooting window open.
Bledsoe against Fox. 32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shoots from 14. Washington with the rebound.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
On deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
It's good patience from Bledsoe. Good job of contesting the shot.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Milwaukee Bucks. He got double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Right back.
I want to be the best player who ever played.
His coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he could be.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
De'Aaron Fox out there with Reddish. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Oubre. And it's Williamson in at the power forward position. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Outside, Fox. And he banks in the layup. Fox has got his second basket of the game.
Well, this is when Fox is at his best. Once he gets a step on the defense, you're pretty much going to read the back of that jersey.
Here's Russell. It's clocked. They're going to get another chance. Second chance effort. Cousins, no good.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Fox shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper
Right.
or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. Sometimes I like to see them getting after it a little bit.
He's off on the first.
So much talk about who's the fastest player in the league, and Fox always being mentioned there. His speed and stepping into this leadership role, lots of great signs from De'Aaron Fox.
And the second free throw, good. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Russell passes to George. Back to Russell. Up top, Cousins. And that one hits back iron.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
George against Oubre. Lets it go from 14. The Wizards with another miss.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Reddish with the ball. Russell's there. Here's Fox. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Fox just found a little bit of space there, and he burned the defense.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
George, no good.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Here's Smart. And Capella sends it back. And Reddish, the bucket on the assist by Fox.
Just getting more and more court awareness and where guys are at all times is De'Aaron Fox.
Russell passes to Cousins. Here is Russell. He's coming off a 28-point game against New York.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
But they get it back. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to 11 on the bucket from Cousins.
Well, he's got quickness and he's got that frame where he's going to lean on you with that body and find a way to get an angle to score.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with a win.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
Well, it was, because they got to play a lot of the second half against the second unit. The guys that ordinarily would have been out there were stuck on the bench with all those fouls.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. The Wizards also changing it up. Adams, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Tatum comes in for George. And it's Iguodala in for Russell. Here's KD. That's good from 17 feet away. KD's got the lead up to 13 now for Milwaukee.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, Dwight Howard still makes you think about your shot attempts. Easily leaping up to throw that one away.
And Drummond throws it down.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Smart on the wing. DeRozan defending. They get a hand on it. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Milwaukee with the ball. Here's Milwaukee now. This run now up to 13-2. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Smart. Inside, here's Cousins. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Cousins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boogie on the inside just causes problems defensively. I mean, it's incredible what he can do.
On the wing, DeRozan. That one goes. Count it. DeRozan's got 9 points.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Tatum drives in. Rebounded by Howard.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
I think there's just been a lot of respect for the approach of Kevin Durant over the course of the past couple seasons, especially with the Warriors, wanting to be a better defender, better rebounder, better rim protector. Of course, we think of scoring first, but man, the defensive end and what he's done to take some pride on that end has been impressive.
And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Smart passes to Tatum. Shoots over DeRozan. And there's the bucket from Tatum. He has 7. And with Durant, the non-scoring aspects of his game almost get forgotten.
Well, Kevin has put up 5 or 6 assists a game over the last couple seasons. It helps to have 2 of the greatest shooters in the league on your side. It'll be interesting to see how he develops after the injury and what he comes back to as a player in a new system with new teammates and more mileage on that body.
The Bucks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
First one falls for.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
And so Clark nails both of them.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Outside, Smart. To the middle. Lets it go from 14. And DeRozan sends it back.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his first foul. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Smart. And here is Howard. Outside DeRozan. Tipped away. Just 5 to shoot. Popped up there for Howard. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Yeah, nice, silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Downs, he's checked in for Washington.
A moment here to check out Kevin Durant. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 26 points a game last year, 6 assists and 6 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders when he is in the game. Great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
Now, that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Iguodala, the pass to Bledsoe. Count that bucket. Bledsoe's got his second bucket tonight.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Durant attacking. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
They are just killing them on the interior.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Drummond working against Tatum. It's tipped.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
They're still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since. When the player gets a feel for that floater, can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is.
Passes it to Durant. Howard trying to free himself up. KD can't get it to go.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
DeRozan against Iguodala. In the corner. Tatum with it. The shot that time, not on target. So Milwaukee will take it the other way.
But his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Iguodala no good. So for the Wizards, their last game a win against New York. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And a switcher also for Washington. Russell's checked in. Off the inbound. Here's Drummond. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. You look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
And and he can't get the first one.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
And he sinks the second. Wizards trail by 20. Bledsoe kicks to Russell. The Wizards with another miss.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Washington's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Oh, Tatum in position.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Here's Russell. That shot off. Nice D from DeRozan.
But whether the shots are wide open or contested, he is just having no luck right now, guys, with anything.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Drilled from 11 feet out. And that's now 20 points for Kevin Durant.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Again, Russell missing. Bucks leading by 20. Clark for three. It's hauled in by Adams. Tatum against DeRozan. Tatum dishes to Russell. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Shot clock at 6. Tatum climbs in. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Really easy to appreciate Tatum's ability. Doesn't back away from the contact when he's in attack mode at the rim.
First one at the line is good. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Williamson is checked in for Drummond. Oubre comes in for Clark. Reddish, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Fox in for Kevin Durant. And then for Washington, Marjanovic checked in for Adams. And Paul George is subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And Milwaukee has possession.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
George against Fox. Shoots over Marjanovic. Nails it from the high post. Fox has got 9.
Fox pretty good when he decides to use his speed. He's going to get the defense on their heels.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been very good. Why has that happened?
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 20 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly. And so far, he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
The consistency of Kevin Durant, it's remarkable. He gives you everything you can ask for on the offensive end. prolific, efficient, and he does it night in and night out.
And that's...
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Washington, Towns is out there with Steven Adams. Then there's Iguodala. Then it's Paul George, and it's Tatum in at the 3, the small forward. And George gets it to go.
Well, that's Paul George's game. Most accurate when somebody's feeding him and he's got his feet set.
DeRozan with it. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Andre Iguodala. The Bucks have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. First free throw is good. Both free throws good from DeRozan. Wizards trail by 19. Iguodala the pass to Towns. Now the dish to Adams. Kicks to George. Here's Towns, and it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
DeRozan, and the rejection by Iguodala. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Howard. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Howard's got 6.
I don't know how many times even Dwight Howard feels the contact down there, but it happens often. He converts despite it.
To the inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Wizards have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. That free throw, no good.
Iguodala's leadership is really unsurpassed. Steve Kerr calling him the adult in the room. His teammates definitely listen and respect all things that he offers up.
It's stolen by Adams. And George, here we go. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, on that kind of move, Paul George is such a great scorer. He can stay in control, even at full speed.
Back to Durant. From deep. Washington with the rebound.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
Durant against George. Over George. KD with the bucket. KD's got 22 points.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today could do.
Pass to Towns. Now here's Tatum. 11 points in the game. Clock at 6. No good from 11 feet. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. And that will be the 3rd of 5 straight played at home.
Now, this has been relentless from KD here tonight. The defense has tried to adjust, not once, but several times, and nothing working.
Outside Tatum. Iguodala outside. Pass to Adams. Over to Rosen. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Steven Adams, a workhorse down low like that. Once he's got position, he'll want the ball.
Now the pass to Howard. Back to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
And here's George for three. And again, Washington with the triple.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Howard. It's slammed in by Howard.
You cannot give Howard a clear lane to the rim. He's terrific at throwing it down there, especially off the quick first step.
Right side George. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Him struggling tonight. They need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Paul George on top.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
And the Wizards making a change here. Cousins is checked in. Good on both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Passes it to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Back to DeRozan. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Clark. And he could not get them one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Ray, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional careers. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
Second free throw, no good. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Bucks. On Saturday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Monday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. That's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation. And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I can settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
On the wing, DeRozan. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Like the pass from Clark there, showing he can be a piece of the puzzle.
Milwaukee making a switch. Williamson's checked in. A free throw drop for DeRozan.
It felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Tatum drives in over Williamson. Rebound, Milwaukee. Drummond's.
Well, that's a shot right there. He's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
KD against Adams. Shoots over Adams. Williamson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Cousins. The kick out to Tatum. Over Clark. Cousins trying to free himself up. Tatum's shot is off. On offense, here are the Bucks. They're on an 18-7 run. They get it putback. Williamson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
And we're not used to seeing a big man like Williamson move like this. Puts defenders in a bind.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Reddish comes in for Clark. And it's Fox in for Durant. Smart's checked in for the Wizards. Bledsoe comes in for Jason Tatum. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Snatched up. Adams' shot is off.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Williamson, the pass to Reddish. Capella trying to free himself up. Offline from the high post. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Back to George. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
DeRozan, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And that free throw good from DeRozan.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Marjanovic checked in for Steven Adams. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Washington. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Here's George, and it's Paul George with the finish.
Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Oubre is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. The Wizards have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. That free throw good from George. On offense, here are the Bucks. They're on an 18-7 run. Now, Reddish. Pass to Capella. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Now the feed to Bledsoe. It's good. Bledsoe's got 6.
You could see why there's so much talk about Bledsoe being physical on display there.
Here's Fox, and some very quick points for him on that possession.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there, just a gifted scorer.
Fox against Bledsoe. Banked in off the glass. He's got 8.
Wow, that's something else there. A small guard like Bledsoe in there with the second chance hoop. That's physicality.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins.
And here are some numbers on Fox. He had a strong showing last season. 8th in assists. And of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Capella kicks to Oubre. Capella against Marjanovic. And Smart over to help. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Reddish with the slam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And George, here we go. And that one is good. George has got 22.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
And Smart over to help. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two.
So it's the Bucks now. Williamson, the pass to Reddish. It's not going to go for him. Now Washington takes it the other way. And here is Cousins. Bledsoe finds Cousins. Outside, Smart. Shot clock at 6. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Marjanovic has got his first basket of the night.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Fox passes to Oubre. And here is Fox. Floats one up. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting very healthy, 6 for 9.
That's a nice floater. I mean, a la Mike Conley, if De'Aaron Fox can establish that float game, tough to stop.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And 1:01 left to play here in the third. Count the basket.
Tough matchup here, and Fox has it going right now. The lefty getting some room and making it happen.
Fox against Bledsoe. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Fox. Oubre against Cousins. Here's Fox. Sweet little floater. Fox has got 8 here in the quarter.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul. So for the Wizards, Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Bledsoe. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Marcus Smart. On defense, Milwaukee. Off the inbound. Misses off the left iron. Now, here's Reddish. He's guarded closely. At the top of the key, Capella. Oubre outside. The pass to Reddish. Takes a 3. Here's Capella. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
And so it's Milwaukee, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Fox. Oubre out there with Williamson. Then it's Reddish. And it's Capella in at the center. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Van Vliet looking around. Here's Marjanovic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Clint Capella. Brett, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win.
I'd like to see more.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Terrence checked in for Reddish. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Passes it to Russell. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Julius Randle's checked in for the Bucks. And so it's Milwaukee now. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Now, here's Fox, covered by Van Vliet. Randle kicks to Oubre. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Fox. And again, the Bucks miss. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Here's Oubre. Here's Capella. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Here's Van Vliet. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
It's Fox with the try.
Oh, that gets everybody fired up. The point guard, De'Aaron Fox, up on the rim.
Washington has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Sabonis. Back to Van Vliet. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James, whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan, too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
And it's blocked.
This says to energize Barrett. He needs to keep bringing this type of intensity to the defensive end. And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Pass to Randle. Back to Oubre. He kicks it to Fox. Lets it go from 14. Here's Capella. Feeds it to Randle. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. That free throw good from Randle. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple of years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Van Vliet up top. He's defended by Randle. Van Vliet can't get it to go. And the Bucks, they're shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Here's Fox. Good. Fox Fox has got 6 points in the quarter.
The man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
Van Vliet passes to Russell. Floats one. It's good. Here's Fox. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
How about De'Aaron Fox just staying focused there with the finish? Controlled that one well.
A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also, because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor,
yes.
What Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Count that one. Barrett's got his first points of the night.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered closely. Redick with it. Out defended by Cauley Stein. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul. Smart's checked in for Washington. Sabonis with the ball. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league. The body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting. Now here's Van Vliet. Guarded by Fox. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. Here's Cauley Stein. Makes it off the glass.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Here's Van Vliet. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Van Vliet's got 8 points in the quarter.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Yeah, hard to stop it there if you're the big man. That's just too good a shot and great concentration.
And the pass to Barrett. Shoots over Van Vliet. Barrett, no good.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's Van Vliet. And good that time. Van Vliet's got 10 points here in the second half.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Fox against Smart. Good work defensively by Smart.
And that's how you want to see defense played. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
Barrett dishes to Randle. And the rejection by Marjanovic. But he stays with it. Tries again. Randall with the bucket.
Flushing out his offensive attack here. Randall comfortable from that range to knock one down.
Now here's Van Vliet. Defense right on him, and the basket is good.
Yeah, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Oubre outside. Passes to Cauley-Stein. Outside, Fox. 6 to shoot. Pass to Barrett. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Trying to get open is Randall. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Now here's Van Vliet. Cauley-Stein defending. Van Vliet passes to Marjanovic. Shoots over Fox. Count that one. Marjanovic has got 5 points now in the quarter. Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Fox. He's tightly guarded. Shoots over Van Vliet. Fox, no good. Washington's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. And Redick kicks to Smart. How often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, we just never, the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying,
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean,
Yeah.
you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react to it like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
that sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I tried to avoid that, Kevin. Quite
Did you?
frankly. Oh, yeah. I don't think it's healthy for you and your reputation.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bucks.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage, plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for De'Aaron Fox.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Smart passes to Sabonis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Well, Sabonis can play there on the block. That's where he did a lot of damage in college, so him working inside, that's a good sign.
Outside Fox. From the stripe. The rebound by Marjanovic. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Smart misses. Outside Fox.